We are catapulted into a kaleidoscopic labyrinth of vitriol and deflection, where the moral cosmos of the digital coliseum is rent asunder by the sordid escapades of Twitch's pantheon.
Destiny's revenge extra Emily comparing her partners. Why did this get deleted?
Emily's up in arms about this, but what about the list that of extra Emily of previous partners and the performance that she showed other people on stream, and people were like, this is kind of weird. Nobody made a big deal.
Okay, hold on. What's worse? A former partner of yours talking about, what's worse? A former partner of yours talking about your stroke game, okay, XQC, or a former partner of yours leaking a consensual or maybe non-consensual tape you guys filmed together because they wanted to someone else and they were showing their game to the other person, and then that person somehow allowed this content to be distributed. Which one would be worse in this situation? I feel like one is severely worse than the other. As far as like reaches, this is the most insane thing to compare, especially because one is gossip and mean and make no mistake. The other is illegal. What the
Nobody made a big deal about that. That is the exact same thing. It was like, dude, but that's like images. That's like, no, I don't give a shit. That's the most intimate. It's the culmination of the interpersonal relationship in romance is intimacy. If you share that, right, in any way, you're wrong, especially without consent. Okay? It is the absolute pinnacle of two-person together is doing the deed, whether it's...
That's crazy. So you can never say you had ever? No, it's just like, it's insane that there is any comparison here. It's not. I wonder why the LSF mods deleted this. It looked bad, so they deleted it. I don't know. Yeah. Usually, this is what happens when like people post stuff like this and it reaches a boiling point. There are people who can get on the sub, okay? Asmongold, for, you know, my disagreements with Asmongold on the political side, my disagreements with Asmongold are plenty. But Asmongold is a valid target for LSF standards. Everybody's on Asmongold. I myself am a valid target for LSF standards by the, you know, eyes of the mod team. And Destiny, on the other hand, who are, of course, very much aligned with one another, those are not valid targets. So yeah, when Asmongold on me, that gets upvoted, that's allowed. When I on Asmongold, that gets upvoted, that's allowed. Why would he bring that up anyways? He's just deflecting and protecting D because he likes Destiny. He relies, I mean, he confides in Destiny. So I suspect that that's the reason why he said that initially, and then probably realized that it's indefensible and felt bad. And I don't know, maybe he reached out, or maybe the mods just deleted it anyway. Literally every single clip, every single thread that's been deleted is like Destiny threads. Holy shit.
A veritable maelstrom of performative rhetoric and contrived narratives engulfs the airwaves as XQC, in an audacious act of apologetic, attempts to shield Destiny, a demigod of debate from allegations most egregious. In this theater of the grotesque, where gravitas is exchanged for guffaws and moral clarity is obfuscated by clout-chasing cacophony, we discern a tableau of collective cognitive dissonance unparalleled in the annals of internet lore. At the nexus of this dialectical debacle stands Hasanabi, a chronicler of the absurd and interlocutor of the ignoble. His dissection of the pandering rhetoric and moral equivocations proffered by XQC in Destiny's defense elucidates a deeper pathology festering within the echo chambers of parasocial camaraderie. XQC's rhetorical strategy, a hybrid of misdirection and minimization, seeks to reframe allegations of serious misconduct into a nebulous smokescreen of false equivalence. It is a gambit as transparent as it is audacious, a Sisyphean endeavor to launder Destiny's reputation through the invocation of sophistic non-sequiturs. To contextualize the gravity of this charade, one must first comprehend the grotesque spectacle of XQC's equivocation. In a rhetorical maneuver so convoluted as to render even Cicero apoplectic, XQC engages in a grotesque juxtaposition. He compares the banal gossip of a former partner's commentary on intimate proclivities to the distribution of non-consensual explicit material. a comparison so absurd that it transcends the bounds of ethical discourse and descends into the realm of the farcical. This false equivalence, a rhetorical chimera cobbled together from the shards of moral incoherence, seeks to trivialize the gravity of allegations against destiny by framing them as equivalent to petty interpersonal squabbles. Hasanabi's incisive critique of this rhetorical legerdemain unveils the insidious undercurrents of XQC's pandering deflection. By equating the profoundly intimate violation of non-consensual content distribution with the ephemeral gossip of a former paramour, XQC not only minimizes the harm inflicted upon victims, but also perpetuates a culture of impunity within the digital sphere. This act of rhetorical obfuscation, far from being an innocent misstep, constitutes a calculated effort to shield a fellow content creator from accountability by muddying the waters of moral discourse. But the perfidy does not end there. The deletion of discourse, wherein posts and clips critical of destiny are systematically purged from platforms like livestream fails, further exemplifies the asymmetrical power dynamics at play within the Twitch ecosystem. This selective censorship, a digital palimpsest of suppressed dissent, underscores the complicity of platform moderators in perpetuating a narrative that absolves favored creators of scrutiny. Hasanabi's commentary illuminates this systemic bias, revealing how the levers of digital power are wielded to shield the influential from accountability while subjecting others to unrelenting scrutiny. The epistemic fallout of this debacle extends beyond the immediate actors to implicate the broader ecosystem of parasocial fandom and algorithmic amplification. XQC's defense of destiny, far from being an isolated act of misguided loyalty, is emblematic of a deeper cultural malaise wherein creators leverage their platforms to manipulate public perception. This phenomenon, a digital analog to the ancient practice of ostracism, sees critics marginalized and dissenting voices silenced through a combination of platformic inertia and fanatical devotion. Moreover, the ethical ramifications of this saga are manifold. By trivializing allegations of serious misconduct, XQC and his ilk contribute to a culture of normalization that erodes the moral fabric of the digital community. This normalization, a byproduct of sustained exposure to performative deflection and rhetorical obfuscation, desensitizes audiences to the gravity of harm and reinforces a cycle of impunity. In this context, Hasanabi's critique serves as a bulwark against this tide of moral relativism, a clarion call for accountability and introspection within the digital commons. At the heart of this maelstrom lies the question of authenticity, of whether the performative outrage and rhetorical grandstanding of Twitch's elite are motivated by genuine concern or by the inexorable pull of clout and capital. XQC's defense of destiny, replete with rhetorical pyrotechnics and moral equivocations, exemplifies the performative nature of digital discourse wherein the spectacle supersedes substance. This performativity, a hallmark of the Twitch zeitgeist, transforms genuine grievances into fodder for content, commodifying outrage and trivializing harm in the process. Hasanabi's analysis, rendered in his characteristic blend of sardonic wit and incisive critique, exposes the underlying dynamics of this performative ecosystem. His refusal to countenance the moral equivocations proffered by XQC serves as a testament to the importance of principled critique in an age of algorithmic amplifications and parasocial entanglements. By holding XQC and his ilk accountable for their rhetorical chicanery, Hasanabi reclaims the moral high ground and reasserts the primacy of ethical discourse within the digital sphere. In summation, the saga of XQC's pandering deflection in defense of destiny is a microcosm of the broader cultural and ethical dilemmas confronting the digital community. It is a tale of rhetorical obfuscation and moral equivocation, of systemic bias and selective censorship, of performative outrage and the commodification of harm. But amidst this cacophony of chaos and clout chasing, Hasanabi's critique shines as a beacon of clarity, a reminder that even in the darkest corners of the digital coliseum, the pursuit of truth and accountability remains a noble endeavor. Let this saga serve as a cautionary tale for all who traverse the treacherous terrain of the internet. A reminder that in the battle for the soul of the digital commons, the stakes are nothing less than the integrity of our shared humanity.